Good morning, everyone, and welcome to The Total Picture. Today we have math on the mind, so let's get right into it. So today, to close out our STEM series, we're focusing on mathematics. So mathematics is the base of the entire STEM thought. So first of all, science is just applied mathematics. Technology is where scientific thought and mathematics are applied together to create new pieces of equipment or machinery that make our jobs easier. And engineering is where we look at technology through a scientific and mathematical lens to improve it to make jobs and work easier and more efficient. So math is the base of everything we've talked about so far. It's also what we use in a lot of areas just on its own. So first of all, the most obvious one that a lot of businesses look at is accounting. Accounting is a very specific applied mathematics that looks at finances and records through a company. So accounting is important. It helps us stay on track. It helps us to keep good records and look at everything that we've done, everything we need to do, and everything we can do. There's also legal implications that accountants have to maintain with the government, with local governments. So mathematics is very important when you're thinking about things like accounting. We have a great accountant here, and she does a lot to make sure that we stay right and make sure that everything is looked at, everything is accounted for. And it's very important. It's a big part of what we have to do as a business. And then there's other things like our seed production. There's a lot of math that goes into what it takes to produce our seeds. From planting season to all the different passes we take to grow our corn and soybeans, to looking at harvest and the yield that we're going to have, to how we process our corn and soybeans. So one big area that math is applied in our seed production is our dryers. When we put our corn into dryers, we have to look at a lot of equations that'll help us determine when our corn's going to be dry, how long we need to keep it in the dryer, and all these different cycles that it needs to go through to get to the proper moisture level. And math is at the base of that. We have to do a lot of calculations and take a lot of readings, and we have to understand what those numbers mean, what they mean that we have to do, and if it means that there's a larger problem or if things are on track. So math is at the very base of what we have to do, especially when it comes to drying our corn. Another big area we have to look at is our spraying. We have to know right ratios of mixes with our chemicals that we put on our fields. That's a big thing that we have to stay up to code with. We also have to know how much we're spraying on our fields. So we have to spray certain amounts over a certain area in our fields, and we have to know what the numbers are, and we have to look at them and make sure that we are spraying the right amounts, make sure that we are up to code, make sure we are up to standard. One, making sure we have enough, but also making sure we don't put too much. So in that regard, having a knowledge of math is essential. We have to know what we're putting on our fields, how much we're putting on our fields, making sure that the chemical levels are correct. And a lot of people overlook that as being mathematics. So there's the old TV show riff of, when am I ever going to use this in my real life, when kids don't like their math class? Well, I can firmly say that we use it quite a bit in what we do. Math is a very essential part of everything that we do here, even down to me making these videos and all of our social media content. I have to understand analytics and the algorithms that certain social media platforms have. I have to understand the views and impact that different posts have through numbers. I have to make calculations to look at our growth or, falling growth. I have to be able to look at certain things and understand why they perform better than others. And I have to use a lot of numbers to decide what's good content for us and what's not. So math makes a big difference even in what I do here. And there's a slew of other jobs at Total Seed Production and around the world at all different types of companies that focus on mathematics. It's at the base of what a lot of people have to do. It's at the base of kind of what we have to understand to get our jobs done. The most obvious implication of mathematics at our company is in harvest. We have to look at yield. When we talk about harvest, we have to look at how much seed we're actually getting out of the field, how much is going to be good, how much we can actually put in bags and send to our customers. So those numbers and understanding what they are and what they mean for the growth of our company, understanding where our company's at in the now, where we want to be, it's important. We have to understand what our yield is. And we look at things like yield potential throughout the year, and we look at how that grows or diminishes over certain times in the growing season, whether it might be excessive rain, not enough rain, if there's a heat spell, dry spell, if we have a cold snap, things like that we have to consider and look at the numbers to understand what our yield is going to be, and then compare that to where yield gets to. How much seed did we pull out of the field? How much was able to get into the bag and get to our customers? That's really important for us, especially when we focus on things like purity and we are putting the best seeds in the bag. We have to understand how much seed we're actually able to get out of the fields to make sure our work is worth it. So math is very important, especially in that regard. But like I said, every job here at our facility involves mathematics in one way or another. So when you're looking at STEM, you have to understand that math is at the root of it. You can't have science, technology, and engineering without mathematics. In my opinion, it's part of the human experience to understand math, even at its base level of simple arithmetic, or looking up clear at the highest levels of calculus and geometry and trigonometry. It's understanding the simplest things, but also the capability to look deeper and see more intricate algorithms and understanding different ways to find calculations for things. Like I said, science, technology, and engineering would not be here without math, because science at its very core is specified applied mathematics, and technology is where that science meets hardware, and then engineering is where that technology, science, and mathematical thought meet to create innovation, to create change, and to improve the lives of people using technology and sciences on a deeper level. So it's all underneath the umbrella of mathematics. So it's very important to understand that. It's very important to take math very seriously. Like I said, whether it's the biggest part of your job or you just have to understand a few key algorithms and mathematical functions to do your job, it's there. It's always going to be there. So it's important to take mathematics seriously and to do the work, to understand it, to apply it, and to give it the weight that it deserves. But that's all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed our STEM series. If you did, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. If you want more content from us, you can go follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok. And if you want even more content from us, you can go subscribe to our monthly Total Focus newsletter. Thank you guys so much. We hope you enjoyed the series. Have a great day.